Dear students, welcome to the science class. Right, in the last class we started with the exercise of the heat chapter. Right, in that we solved 4 questions. Up to 4 questions. Today we are going to solve further questions. Up to 11 questions we are going to complete this chapter and we are going to complete the solution of the exercise which is coming in this chapter. Now next we are going to discuss about the fifth question. What is the fifth question? Fifth question is nothing but fifth question. Discuss why wearing more layers of clothing during winter keeps us warmer than wearing just one thick piece of clothing. Right? Discuss why wearing more layers of clothing during winter keeps us warmer than wearing just one thick piece of clothing. We have to discuss these things. We have to come to an answer that is nothing but in the winter season at the time of cold, why we wear more layers of clothing during winter than they just wearing one thick layer of clothing. Why? Why should we wear those things? Right? If you have to discuss, when you see the things, for example, when you see the sweater which we are going to use in the winter season, in the same manner when you see the blankets which we are going to use in the winter seasons. When you closely look those things, it has the more and more layers of the clothing. Right? It has more than 2 layers, or it maybe have 3 layers, it maybe have 4 layers. When you see those things, sweaters and those things and clothing, it has more than 2 to 3 layers. But when you take one thick clothing of any normal shirt or normal anything, normal sweat, t-shirt, in the winter season when you put those things, when you wear those things, it doesn't going to cover, or it is not going to give us comfortableness, and it will be we will going to feel as the coldness. We are going to feel the coldness when we use the t-shirt, but when you use the sweaters, it's going to give us the warmer and it will be comfortable. Why? It has the more layers of the clothing than just one thick layer. Now we know that we are going to use the more layers of clothing, but why? Why should we wear the more layers of the clothing? Why should we wear the more layers of the clothing so that we feel comfortable? In the winter season, the environment outside environment will be very cold. Our environment and our body temperature will be high. It will be more than 37 degrees Celsius or normally 37 degrees Celsius. Already we discussed that about the convection or about the conduction, that is nothing but heat is going to flow from the high to low. It is going to flow from the high to low. That means our temperature is high compared to the environment temperature. That means our body heat is going to go outside to the surroundings. When these heat go outside to the surroundings, the colder air particles starts to move towards us. The colder air particles start to move towards us. We feel coldness. So that we should prevent this movement of the particles. The movement of the particles is nothing but the air particles which is moving towards us, so that we should feel cold. Now we have to stop this movement of the particle. Right? If you have to stop this movement of the particles, if you take one layer, thus one layer has the holes in it, small holes. Easily the air particles which is coming from outside can enter inside our body. In the same manner, the body temperature is going to, or heat is going to transfer from that one line clothing towards the surroundings. In this manner, there is a continuous exchange of the heat. If the continuous exchange of the heat continuously happens, we are going to feel the coldness. So that when we take more than 2 or 3 layers of the clothing, in the first layer heat starts to absorb, or heat starts to wrap in that clothing. Right? Not all the air, small amount of air is going to wrap in the first layer of the clothing. When it passes to the second layer, another small amount of air is going to wrap in that layer again. In the third layer, again the heat is going to wrap up. That means the air particles which is moving away from surroundings to us are getting wrapped in the clothing only. That means they are not going to make that reach us. They are not going to reach us. If they are not going to reach us, is it possible that we are going to feel cold? Is it possible? No, it is not possible. In the same manner, the heat energy which is which we have, the heat which we have is not going to pass away from that clothing. The heat energy is not going to go pass away from the clothing, because the clothing which we are using is the bad conductor of heat. If it is the bad conductor of heat, the amount of clothing goes on increasing, the amount of heat is going to decrease, the conduction of heat is going to decrease. For that reason we have to wear more than 2 or 3 layers of the clothing. So the answer for the fifth question is nothing but we can write it as more layers of clothing, more layers of the clothing prevents the passage of air molecules, as well as heat, since it is bad conductor of heat, more layers of clothing prevents the passage of air molecules from as well as heat, since it is a bad conductor of heat. Right? How it is going to prevent the passage of the air molecules or passage of the heat? Because since it is a bad conductor of heat, and the more clothings are going to wrap the air molecules which is getting entered into our body by wrapping those things in the clothing only, so that they does not reach us. Right? This is the answer for the fifth question. Next, sixth question. In the sixth question, they are given the diagram. In that diagram, we are going to use a beaker. Sorry, in the diagram they are given the cooker, and this will be holder. And beneath that they are using the Bunsen burner. This is the question number 6. The question is nothing but, look at figure 4.13. Figure 4.13 in your textbook. Mark where the heat is being transferred by the first conduction. Second question, convection. Third one is radiation. Right, they are taking the cooker. Beneath that they are using a Bunsen burner, so that they can heat that cooker. In that cooker they are putting the water of this level. Right. When we have to observe these things, and we have to tell that answer that heat is being transferred by conduction. Where the heat is being transferred by the conduction in this question, where the heat is transferred by the convection in this question, and where does the heat is transferred by the radiation in this question, we have to come to conclusions. If you calculate and remember what is conduction, what is convection, what is radiation, you can easily solve this question. You can easily solve any question. Radiation is nothing but mode of heat transfer. There is no requirement of any medium. Convection is nothing but it is the passage of the heat transfer in case of fluids. The same as conduction is in case of solids. That is nothing but it is going to move from hot to the cold particles. When you observe these things, the flame which is coming, the heat which is coming from this Bunsen burner towards the cooker is in the form of radiation, because there is no medium here. And there is a gap between this plane, like the sun and earth. Sun is very far and earth is here, but still we are getting the heat energy which is coming from the sun towards the earth. In the same manner, it is also far. This Bunsen is also far from this cooker. There is no medium. Still, the heat which is produced by this burner is getting towards the cooker. That means it is known as radiation. So that we can write the answer here. In the radiation mode of heat transfer is happening in between cooker and the burner. So that we can write transfer of transfer of heat from burner to the cooker. Transfer of heat from burner to the cooker is by radiation. Transfer of heat from this burner to this cooker is by radiation. So that there is a gap and the radiation, the heat energy is going to cooker from the burner, so that it can be called as radiation. Now when you see that, when you see this container, again the water is going to get heated. How water is going to get heated? By this burner. But from where the heat is getting transferred to water from this burner? By the cooker. Right? By the cooker. If the cooker gets heated, the water is going to also getting heated. So that the heat transfer from this cooker to the water is by conduction. It is by conduction. Right? From burner to it should be what you have here, it should be heated. If it is getting heated, the water is also going to get heated. So that conduction is happening when transfer of heat from cooker to the water. Here in this case, the heat is getting transferred from cooker to the water, so that it is a conduction, because it will be hotter one and this will be colder one, so that it is happening. Now where does the convection happening? Convection is going to happen in between the water molecules which are present in this cooker. Right? The below particles of the below molecules are going to get heated first. Again, then these molecules are going to move up. They are going to move rise or up, move towards the upside. The same manner the molecules which are present in the upside side are going to move towards the downward. Continuously they are going to move. If they are continuously moving, that means the water is going to get heated. This mode of getting heated is nothing but it is a convection. And convection is nothing but it is a mode of heat transfer which is going to happen between liquid molecules as well as gas molecules. So that we can say that convection is the transfer of heat between water molecules. Which is present in this container, which are present in these containers. So that I hope this much is clear. Radiation from burner to the air, because there is no medium, it has gap, still it is getting heated, so that it can be said as the radiation. The same way from cooker to the water, it is the conduction. The heat is going to conduct from the cooker to this water. In the same manner, convection is nothing but the heat mode of heat transfer between these water molecules which are present in this cooker. Right? I think this much is clear. Next we are going to solve about the seventh question. The seventh question is nothing but, see the question number 7. Seventh question is given as, in places of hot climate, it is advised that the outer walls of the house is painted white. Explain. Why the outer walls of the house is painted in white color in the high temperature regions? If you remember previous classes while studying about the why we use woolen cloths in case of winter seasons, why we use dark colored cloths in the winter season, why we use the white colored cloth or light colored cloth in case of summer season. If you remember those things, you can easily answer these questions. That is nothing but in places of the hot climate, that is nothing but in case of Rajasthan temperature will be very high. In case of Africa, the temperature will be very, very high. Right? In those places, why the outer walls of the house are painted white? What is the main reason to paint those walls as white color? Right? If you remember, white colored cloth or white colored cloth are going to reflect the light energy or heat energy from surface, which is going to reflect the heat energy. If it is getting heat and reflecting the heat energy, so that we can feel comfortable in light colored cloths during the summer season. In the same manner, at high temperature regions, the heat will be very, very high. The hotness will be very, very high. So that if you want to stay in our homes in that region, what we have to do? We have to take an alternative. So that we should comfortably sit in our house without using any AC. So that for that reason, we have to reduce as much as heat energy which is coming from the sun on the walls itself. It shouldn't pass the walls and get inside the wall. It get inside the home. So then what we have to do? We have to paint the outer walls of that house with white color. Why white color? White color is going to reflect the heat energy which is coming from the sun, so that it doesn't enter the house, so that the people which are staying in the house should feel comfortable. Right? So that we can say that answer for the seventh question is nothing but white color. White color is reflects heat energy. It reflects heat energy, so that the house is the white color is reflecting the heat energy which is coming towards the house, and so that the house is what? The house is free from heat, is not getting heated much. House is not getting heated much. For that reason, we can easily stay in there. Oh, coming light energy or heat energy hitting the walls, going away. It is not getting inside the wall surfaces. If it enters inside the wall surfaces, so that the people who are sitting inside the home are going to get that heat energy, and they are going to feel hotness. It is possible. We should feel comfortable in the hotness. No. For that reason, in the Rajasthan side, there is nothing but hotter sections. In that hotter sections, the maximum houses are painted white color on their outside surface, so that it doesn't get heated. Right? These are the short form answers only. Very short answer I'm giving. If you want, we can take the notes and take the textbook and write the answers accurately. So then I'm writing this much only. It is very simple and it will be very well understandable. So that you can take these answers also. In the next question number 8. Question number 8. And there are 8, 9, 10, 11. All are MCQ questions. MCQ questions. And the question number 8 is what? It is 1 liter of water at 30 degrees Celsius is mixed with 1 liter of water at 50 degrees Celsius. The temperature of the mixture will be option A 80 degrees Celsius, option B more than 50 degrees Celsius, less than 80 degrees Celsius, option C 20 degrees Celsius, option D between 30 degrees Celsius to 50 degrees Celsius. Right? See the questions. They are taken 1 liter water. 1 liter water at 30 degrees Celsius. 1 liter water at 30 degrees Celsius. Another 1 liter water at 50 degrees Celsius. Both water having the different temperature, and he is mixing both the waters. 1 liter of 30 degrees Celsius, another liter at 50 degrees Celsius. He is mixing both the waters, and you have to check the temperature of the water. What will be the temperature of the water of that mixture? Take the example. While bathing, we are going to use the hot water. We are going to use the hot water. Hot water will be very hot. In that we are going to mix the cold water. So that we should be comfortable in that water. While mixing, after check that water, what will be the temperature of that water, the mixture of that water? It is going to remain same or it is going to change. If it is going to change, what will be the change we are going to see in that water? Is it going to feel very cold? No, it is not going to feel very cold. It is going to feel very hot? No, neither very hot nor cold. That means it is in between the hot and cold. Right? It is in between the hot and cold. So that it is not going to show the property of as hot water as well as the cold water, which we are using for the mixing the hot water with the cold water. If it is not showing both the properties and it is showing that it is in between the hotness and coldness, in the same manner, when we take this water and mixing with this water, that is nothing but 30 degrees Celsius water to 50 degrees Celsius water, and this is high, and this is hot water and this is comparatively cold water. When you see these things, when you mix these things, the temperature of that water, of that mixture will be in between 30 degrees Celsius and 50 degrees Celsius. It should be in between 30 degrees Celsius and 50 degrees Celsius. Right? So the answer for that question will be D option. D option, that is nothing but between 30 degrees Celsius and 50 degrees Celsius. If you don't understand this answer, you can compare this answer with the taking the water for bathing in the morning time. What will happen? You can analyze those things. The same and this answer will be the same. That is nothing but if you mix 30 and 50 degrees Celsius water, it is going to have the temperature of that mixture will be between 30 degree and 50 degree Celsius. Next, now question number 9 comes. What is the question number 9? An iron ball at 40 degrees Celsius is dropped in a mug containing water 40 degrees Celsius. We have an iron ball having a temperature of 40 degrees Celsius, and we are going to add that iron ball into a mug containing water which has the temperature of 40 degrees Celsius. When we put that iron ball into this mug, what will happen to the temperature of the water? It is going to remain same. First option. The heat will be, the first option will be flow from the iron ball to the water. It is going to flow from the iron ball to the water. First option. Second option, not flow from the ball to the water or ball from water to the iron ball. It is neither going to flow from ball to the water or ball to the water to the ball. Second option. Third option, flow from water to the iron ball. And fourth option, increase the temperature of the both. What will happen when we take the same temperature and we are going to put this iron ball into mug of water? What will happen to the temperature? What will happen to the heat? We have to say that. If you remember the previous class when studying about the conduction, mode of heat transfer, what will happen, or heat transfer? When you check those heat transfer takes place from hotness to the coldness. Always remember these things. The hotter region is going to get, colder region is going to get hot from the hotter region to colder region, and in the same manner the heat is going to transfer from the hotness to the coldness. When we check both the things, the iron ball and the mug, the mug of water, both having the same temperature. If both are having the same temperature, is it possible that the conduction heat is going to take place or heat transfer is going to take place? No. For heat transfer to take place, there will be variation or there will be changes in the temperature. If the temperature both is same, then there will be no heat transfer. For that reason, the answer for this will be that nothing but the heat will not flow from iron core to the water as well as from water to the iron core. Neither will there will be no transfer of heat between iron core and mug of water. Next question number 10. They are given as a wooden spoon is dipped in a cup of ice cream. Its other end, a wooden spoon. This is a wooden spoon, and it is dipped in a cup of ice cream. What the other end? The other end is nothing but this end. This whole end. What will happen to this end? Option number A. Becomes cold by the process of conduction. It is going to become cold by the process of conduction. Option A. Option B. Becomes cold by the process of convection. It is going to become process of the convection. Cold by the process of the convection. Option C. Becomes cold by the process of the radiation. It is going to become a cold by the radiation. Option D. Does not become cold. Right. There are given the 4 options. It is a wooden spoon. Wooden spoon we are going to use for taking the ice cream. So that we can what we have to tell here is the other end of this wooden spoon will be what? What will happen to the other end of the wooden spoon when you put this into the ice cream? When you put this into the ice cream, we already know that ice cream is very very cold. So that there should be this spoon should become cold, right? It should become cold by process of either by the conduction, either by the convection, by the radiation. But if you remember the things while studying about the conduction, we used to study about the conductors and insulators. Conductors and insulators. Conductors are those which are going to conduct the heat, and insulators are those which are not going to conduct the heat. If you take the example of wooden is nothing but a wood, type of wood. The wood is it possible to transfer the heat from the wood? Is it possible? When you take your desks, a wooden desk, the upper portion will be hot air because of the sunlight, and the downward portion will be cold one. Why? Because there is no heat transfer between hot to the cold region. Because wooden is an insulator. Because wooden is an insulator. So that when we dip wooden spoon into ice cream, it is not going to get cold. Why? It is an insulator. So that the answer for the 10th question will be G. That is nothing but does not become cold. Why? It is an insulator. I hope this is clear. Now last 10th question. Stainless steel pans are usually provided with copper bottoms. The reason for this could be the stainless steel pans are usually provided with the copper bottoms. The reason for this could be that, check your options, I am going to tell the answer. The copper bottoms, right? When studying about the conductors, we know about the good conductors as well as the bad conductors. Copper is being a good conductor. It is a very very good conductor of heat. Copper is a very very good conductor of heat as well as electricity compared to the steel. When you use good conductor of heat, it is going to provide more heat energy towards the food item. So that the cooker pan, we are going to use the copper bottom along with the steel body, so that the heat transfer takes place early and heat transfer doesn't lose its energy. So that we are going to use the copper. So the answer for this question will be option A is copper bottom makes the pan more durable. It is not correct. Second option is such pans appear colorful. No, this is also not correct. C option, copper is better conductor of heat than the stainless steel. This option is correct. So the answer for the 11th question is C. That is nothing but copper is a good conductor compared to the steel. So that we are going to use the copper as bottom in the steel containers of steel cookers. So that is going to pass more heat. Right. Here your chapter is over. I hope everything is clear about exercise and also about the chapter. If you have any doubts, you can ask. In the next class, we are going to start the next new chapter. We are going to discuss the next class. Up to that point, thank you and take care.